We have little technical difficulties, which we see them all the time. But yo, we're gonna give you that content. We back at it again with you guys. You know who it is. It's your boy Ruel, 1/4 of the host out here. You heard a little bit of this. It's that new season. We got that reason to be talking that talk, that talk. I'm back at it again with my brother, different mother, same father, the Most High. You know what it is. Two shots, Mister Bang Bang himself. Que lo que, manito?
You already know what's up. What's up? What's up to the panel? What's up to the chat? Replay gang. You know the vibes. Uh, I actually kind of like this format because I actually could see the chat. That's crazy.
Okay, now you get a chit chat with the chitty chat. Salute to Daniel
Yeah.
Berry Sports. Salute to Keith Watkins, who was in the chat that we're trying to do live. Salute to Just Knicks. Your salute, Manito. We got the fam out here. He can finally read the chat. So if you want to give us smack, each one of y'all let us know what's happening here. But we at it. You
You
was a
want to
little
rumble,
excited.
young man? Rumble. Let's go.
We at it again. So we that's it. The new season is officially upon us. We had media day, aka content day. Two shots. Some of your impressions on what you saw the first time we get to hear from Mike Brown. We got all the players trying to say the right political thing, dressed to the nines, getting ready. Got the fresh braids. Everybody was dipped out. Josh Hart had all the
With,
bling.
with
He
two
had all the
chains.
bling. Two chains. What was some of your thoughts on me media day? You saw the team. Was you hyped? What was that? What was the energy like on that?
Yeah, man. I'm super pumped. Super hyped. I got to see most of them. I didn't get to Yabu. I apologize, Yabu, if you're watching. I'm gonna get to you soon. I'm gonna watch what you had to say. Everybody in the Knicks is important, you know. But yeah, I kind of like the way he handled media day or content day, whatever you want to call it. Um, he didn't really give a lot, but he did give a couple nuggets, and I pointed it out to you guys in the chat, and I want to let my thoughts and opinions know to the world, and see, maybe if we got a little something going on, or maybe if not, we'll see.
Okay, okay. I did like how he was handling himself. It's all brand new to everybody. I think that's what's real exciting too, because we got the wild side of Knicks Nation, i.e., you, your peoples that used to lose their mind for the youngins, for the fuck Tibbs. But now we all like in one cohesive. I see a gelling of Knicks Nation. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has any expectations either way. Got a brand new coach, new playing style. I think this is going to be something that everybody's going to agree on. We got the youth with a chance to play, the vets, this new coach. Salute to Yasuri Martinez. What's up? What up? What up? What up? Appreciate you. Just
Martinez.
Martinez with the Z. You got a Z. Martinez.
Z, z, z,
Placeta. You got to add on there. So I mean, I
za.
like the I like what I was looking at. I like Mike Brown. He was trying to say, let everything play. I mean, a couple of things that stood out a little bit. The main thing that I caught is that he was saying that the team style of play, that the team is going to be playing up tempo, up pace, ball movement. He's looking for everybody to run. I think if you saw some of the practice today, salute Keith Watkins. Appreciate you for rejoining us. We know we had
If
little technical difficulties. Appreciate the loyalty of coming back and finding us. We appreciate you, my brother. Gene Hahn, how you doing? Appreciate the wave. Salute to you guys. How you doing? Appreciate you. Welcome to the Organics Fanatic. If you're here, you already family. Hit the like and subscribe. You with us. You part of la familia. It's the family thing, eh? You're part of the family. You know what I mean? So I like what he was saying, but you can see this is going to be a different type of team now. This is last year, even the last time pace seems like we were taking too long to bring the ball up court. It took a while for Jalen Brunson to maybe find the other players to get into our system. You didn't like the Thibodeau typical spray the ball, but the fact that it was taking us at least almost 8 seconds before we got into some kind of rhythm, some kind of offense. And that was the first thing you heard out of Mike Brown saying that we're gonna try to run. We want the runners to go where? To the corners. That was a key. He said
did you
to
hit?
run to that
Go
run
ahead.
to
Go
the
ahead.
corners. And I jump in when you see it. You know what I'm saying? He
No,
said he wants
no, no.
people
You got it. You got to
sprint
keep on. Keep on.
sprint. He wants them sprinting to the corners as fast as they can. Now, what did I tell you? Just off that alone, sprinting to the corners, running to the corners means you got to be able to hit a three from the corner. right? And I'm just rainbow thinking. I was like running to the corners. I kind of took it like Josh is not that great of a three. But from the corners, he's good. As a start, I'm just thinking out loud, and I love my dog. I love my dog. I'm just maybe he worked on it all season. Maybe the as Just Nick said, the finger. I don't know. So so that kind of stuck out to me. Running to the corners. He was saying that he wants, i.e., Brunson, whoever is with the ball, to go to what? Touch the paint, and then spray the ball. So so there's a couple of things that was sticking out that, and if you look at Sacramento's gameplay last year, I've been studying it like a nerd, look at the offense. I've been studying it back and forth. So in a couple of videos, you can tell we're gonna be running a combination of the Princeton offense, right? So that's gonna be key of how they move the ball. A lot of what I saw in his style of play, where you're looking at a center, the center, and he said it too, a center's gonna set screens
A rim running five.
and rim running. So I thought that could be cat.
That can only fit one person that I know of.
So I mean, he said it's all open. Rim running, setting picks and screens. They do a lot of double screens. So when he was in Sacktown and the Princeton offense, there's a lot of double screens that frees up the players. A lot of cutting and slashing. So there's a combination, which I'll probably get into another video in detail of the offense. So all that between that and what you heard today in practice is of how we're gonna play, what they're looking for to play, what they're trying to set the players up to, what they want to run first, to be comfortable with the concepts of what they're trying to establish, right? So automatically they're letting the players know, whatever you get at, we love it. We're gonna maximize that. However, this is what we're running. We're gonna run this. This is how we're gonna play, and you're gonna fit to how we're gonna play. So that's really interesting for me to see. That was great to hear. We're gonna see a very fast-paced offense, a team that I don't, we should be by getting shots, two attempts by 18 seconds with like 6 seconds left in the clock. I don't know. And even if you're looking at that, if you're looking at a rim running center, a pick screening, when you heard him also, he said that usually going to be basically dragging. So if you got the twos, ones, threes, and the fours, everybody's sprinting to the corners, and then you got, the guard, and if the rim run is to the end, whether it's a Mitch coming to the end to set a screen and then run, you should be seeing some good lobs to Mitchell Robinson. If it's him, we don't know who. They're all fighting for it. And you
Allegedly.
got allegedly. What are your thoughts on that from what you heard? Just on those little bits that we just broke into. What were some of your thoughts? What perked your ear up? What did you think about what you heard from Mike Brown on what he's trying to establish initially?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean that was my biggest takeaway is when he said that he wants 1 through 4 to run to the corners. That immediately perked up my ears. And then the second thing was rim running five. So again, as much as I love, Deuce and Kolek and all these other kids, I think it's pretty clear what he wants to do, at least initially. I don't know, you know, when it comes to the actual camp and how they play and what plays out, we'll see what happens at the end. But at least initially, we got the idea that this is what he's looking for. And as you very nicely said, that they're going to be running the Princeton offense. Another thing that came to mind was when he said that. Excuse me, I'm gonna jump to Cat real quick because Cat
Hmm.
said something that was really it caught my ear, and he made the comparison to the kid from the Warriors, Steph Curry. He
Hmm.
said, "Oh, he's gonna be like Steph Curry. Oh, he's gonna run around. Oh, off the screen, we gotta set screens to get him open. Yada yada." So, based off of my interpretation, we're gonna have Brunson play more off ball. There's gonna be more off ball screens, like a Curry type, to get him those open threes. Cause he was like 40 something percent when it came to catch and shoot threes.
Yep.
So he wants to expand on that, which I agree. I mean, you have to make life easier for him in terms of getting his shot off. He might be running more and there might be more action, but now that in my belief we're going to be running a 10-man rotation, possibly more, then that gives me the idea that he's going to be playing less minutes so he can go harder on the minutes that he is playing. Pause. And you know what I mean? Do what he has to do. A very good point you said was touch the paint, spray it out. So when you touch the paint, the best thing that you can have is shooters. So we're gonna play a wide out offense. Everybody's
Pace and
gonna be
space.
scattered.
Pace and
Yes,
space.
yes, and that is music to my ears because I don't know how many times I was screaming at the TV yesterday, or not yesterday, last year. My bad.
I
I'm
was
so
like, even
excited, man.
even
I'm
at
all
the
over the
press
place.
conference. God damn you, Brown.
Nah, nah. But last year, I was very vocal about that. Like, we would be down 20 points. What are we doing walking up the ball? And then you start your offense with 10 seconds left. Like, that's just not logical. So now that we're going to have a faster offense, I feel like we're going to get more shot opportunities. And I feel like our offense is going to get to an even another level, if that's even possible.
Yeah, that's gonna look good. And you heard him too. Also, even with Brunson, he said he wants not only him, and he was talking about when he was talking about Mr. Filipino, Jordan Clarkson. So he was talking to him. He was like
JC?
that they're great. JC was like, yo, they're great scorers. They're good with the ball, but I don't want them to hold the ball too long. I want them to get off the ball. And if they hold the ball too long, I'm gonna let them know. And that's let him
Yeah.
know the system is gonna be the system is what's gonna be key, and you got to fit into the key. But I do agree with you. I think he's played. I mean, he's coached under Kerr. He saw what's helped Stephen Curry. You saw it's taken Steph Curry to another level. Salute to Johnny Harris. Salute to the Nostalgic Knicks in the building. Appreciate you guys in the building. Johnny with the trash cans. You know we back at it. Appreciate you
He's
guys.
the Heat fan, right?
Yeah, he's a Heat fan, but that's my
Yeah.
guy. So he says Mike Brown is a great coach. If that's actual fact. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Let's go. I ain't even gonna repeat that. And by the way, y'all got Precious. Precious on his way to the Heat. Salute to Precious. We appreciate you, Precious. But he's gonna be a Heat. So I don't know if we can ride with him right now, but salute to you. Appreciate Precious out there. So I like the movement. The offense is gonna be key. He said nobody now, another thing he was saying too is in the practices that he was saying, uh, he was he was saying that there's because they asked him, so who's gonna be, with this contract? Are you preferring a veteran for the last spot? He said he wants everybody to compete. He likes a competitive energy. So you can see he's creating dogs. We already have dogs, but now the little pups in the kennel, it's time for them to bark. You know what I'm saying? Bark and get a little bit of bite. So he said it ain't they ain't no assigned seats. You got to fight for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to hear. That's why I said camp is gonna be crazy. I said they still got time before the season starts before they even waive someone. So they still got at least 30 days. Abu Dhabi, they're gonna be trying the offense. Who can catch on? Can these young? So Kolek still got some spot. You know what I'm saying? Kolek. I mean, listen for real. Kolek still has an op. There's an opportunity, which is dope. I mean, at least the
Listen,
coach is giving him an opportunity for him to hang himself in that aspect. Like, yo, it's yours to lose.
nah, I don't think so. Listen,
Really?
you know me. I'm Kolek Hive. I love Kolek. I love his style of play. I want him to get his opportunity in the Knicks, not traded, because I know you want to trade him. But whatever, it is
I
what
said I
it is.
want to trade him. I said if they're going because it looked like by getting Brogdon that in order to keep him and Shaman they would have to trade.
I
If
think.
that scenario
Listen,
played out,
if there is a trade, I don't think I'm starting to turn away from Kolek. The reason that I don't think he's gonna get traded is because I don't think he's getting as much interest around the league as Adadie, and the
James.
other one. But listen. At the end of the day, if it's a negotiation, I gotta come correct. So if you don't want Kolek, I want to trade somebody to make space for Brogdon, somebody might have to bite the bullet. I'm just saying, I'm that's the reason why I'm leaning away towards Kolek lately. But that aside, what I wanted to say is about Brogdon that I sent you the message on the team chat, and it sounds like he's gonna be playing major minutes. At least that's what Sham said. So if we're gonna go by what Sham said,
No, what
then
is? Hey, no. What did he say though? What is Sham? What is
he's
Sham say?
expecting to play minutes. But he
Expecting.
listen, Brogdon is a 10-year vet. You're not
Hmm.
gonna sign on to a team where they're gonna be like, oh yeah, we might give you 1 or 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Hmm.
sure he got some sort of verbal confirmation that if he makes the squad, if he's healthy, yada yada, that he's gonna be playing major minutes. That's why the report was put out there. In my
Listen,
opinion, this is all my humble opinion. I'm not saying this
yeah, I
is
got you.
actual factual, but I'm just trying to read the tea leaves, just like I'm trying to read, what Coach Brown is saying, what Cat is saying. Because even though they may not directly say it, indirectly, they might give you the answer. Like, for example, the 1 through 4 with the corner and a rim running five. That keeps ringing in my ear. Again, as far as I know, Deuce is not a rim running five. But again, this is all me trying to decipher what's going on. So at the end of the day, if Brogdon does make the squad and somebody does get traded, I wholeheartedly expect him to get major minutes because I'm going off of Shams, and that's according to Raw. That was one of the three wise men. So that's what
Listen,
I'm gonna go by.
even with that, so he expects to play minutes. I listen. I'm gonna be honest here, bro. I'm gonna be this style of play that this guy does, fast pace, rim running to the paint. There's a lot of running. If you saw the first practice today, you saw them doing the sprints. Mitchell Robinson was hurting. He was coming in last. And I'm not saying he's out of shape, but he was coming in last. I don't know how many sprints that was, but when you see the video, he was the last one showing up. I did see Brogdon in there. So Brogdon looks a little skinnier. He looks a little more in shape. McCullough was in there. McCullough is someone who can run and finish at the paint. So it looks different. It's going to be an open game. This style of pace doesn't play to someone who's been injury prone. And I'm talking about Brogdon. And
Brogdon,
I'm not saying in a bad way, but I mean constant running, you know what I'm saying? That's why you need to play 10. That's why he plays 10, because this style and pace, it's difficult to keep the same players on the floor. You got to have fresh bodies to wear out that defense and run and press. So it's going to be interesting. I'm not saying that he won't get a chance, but I still think he can get a chance. And if there's going to make room, they could probably move Kolek and maybe trade him with a second round to like a New Jersey if that's the case. And only reason I say that too because who's more valuable if you have for a trade mid-season? Not saying this is gonna happen. I'm just saying Brogdon would be more valuable mid-season, right? As a trade piece than a Kolek. If you were going to get rid of him, I'm just saying. If you got Brogdon late in the year and there's someone becomes available, Brogdon's a more valuable piece or more desirable for teams of vet experience rather than a Kolek. Just throwing that out there. This is a Hail Mary from maybe March or April. Or February. I'm just
I'll leave that to you. I can't see that far in the future.
but nonetheless, I like what we got going. I love the pace and space they're talking about. Cat, he said he likes that Cat isn't going to be stationary. Well, we saw Cat is not
That's
just
another
gonna
thing.
be Cat's just not gonna be just chilling at the top of the key. He's gonna be at
That's
the
yeah.
corner. He's gonna be in the paint. He's gonna move outside. He's gonna move him to many spots. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of movements, which keeps the defense guessing. If he's at the top of the key, they can hone in and just choose one kind of defense and just keep him out there. So even him flowing and him, if he's at the four, I mean, if he's at the corner, would he be playing five? So it's a lot of movement, and even with that, there's again, I said it. We said in the last show, if you haven't, we got the most replays of any show out there, the most rewatched show in all of podcasts, allegedly. I'm making that up, but you should go watch it anyway. You should. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. You should watch it. We give you some jewels in between laughs and going left, allegedly. But I was saying that if Mitch starts, I don't really think it's a big deal. I don't because there's going to be so much movement, so many players coming in and out of the lineups that it really doesn't matter. But for the first 5 minutes of any best player's team, I think having Mitch out there makes a big deal. So I think the first 5 minutes of a quarter, and then you'll see him switching teams, switching players, Yabusele, and doing other stuff depending on matchups. So I still can see Mitch getting that role, and then when Mitch sits out, Then you got Cat to the five at the top of the key pass. You know what I mean? So there's gonna be a lot of different ways and schemes. I like that he was saying Cat's gonna be moving around. That keeps Cat busy, keeps him active. He's not gonna get bored in the offense, just waiting to sit and wait till Brunson's done dancing and then pass me the ball. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna keep other teams guessing. Oh, Cat's in the post. You know he can dunk. You know he can shoot off the glass. If he's under the free throw line, he can get bankers, jumpers, shoots, hooks. So he's gonna. It makes him more dangerous when he's more fluid and moving around. So I did like that he was saying that he's gonna move Cat on the floor. What did you thought about that when you're saying keeping Cat moving around? How do you think that makes the offense look? What do you think that does for Cat?
Yeah, man, that's great, man. I just think that makes us even more dynamic, and I believe you're gonna use him to his full potential. So that's another thing. Cat was always trailing when Tibbs was there. You know what I'm saying? And when you become one dimensional, teams can take away your first option, and then the second option is read and react. Well, I might be reading it one way, somebody else might be reading it another way. So we might not be in alignment. You get what I'm trying to say? So what one of the things that caught my ear is what he said is we're gonna have a structure and we're gonna have set plays where I don't even have to call a play, they're gonna automatically know what to do. So
Yep.
check it. I don't even have to call. I don't have to say one. I don't have to say two. I don't have to say three. Because you already know we're doing this. So we're going to jump to this. And if this doesn't work, we're going to jump to this. And if this doesn't work, we're going to jump to that. And that gives me, again, so much hope. Because I'm not trying to shit on Tibbs. I'm grateful for what he did. He got us to where we are. Regardless of the fact,
Hey, but you do know that was some of Tim's concepts, right? Go to the play and then make the play, read the play, and it's designed for two or three
it's
other
not the
players.
same. It's not the same when you have a structure. You get me? You have
Okay.
it's like you're going to a unknown town. You know what I'm saying? For the first time. I'm giving you a roadmap. So I'm telling you, go here, go here, go here, and you're gonna hit your spot. You're gonna hit where you want to go. Instead, with Tibbs, it's more like go to that town, figure it out. I'm not gonna give you a roadmap. Figure it out. And it's kind of like you're in the shadows. You don't know what to do because again, we're two different people. So we're reading one situation. I read it this way. You read it that way. So to quote the great Clyde, I zig, you zag. You get me?
Okay. Yeah.
So we're not on the
Hey,
same page.
Keith Walker said Tibbs still catching strays.
I'm saying, I'm not even trying. I'm not even trying. I'm
It's like
just
therapy. He's still he's still bottling
no.
something. He has to.
It's not even that. I'm just trying to point out the differences, at
I figure.
least initially,
So
based
you're
off
saying he
of
has
what
a
he's
more of a
saying.
onset. You're saying he has a more of a scheme already set for
Yes,
them to think
of
outside of the
course,
box if they might. All
of
right.
course, and that takes away the guessing game. Oh, are you gonna be there? Oh, I don't know. Will you be there next time? I'm not sure.
So that's what
No,
he was saying the core concept. So there's and that's why he was saying when we go to Abu Dhabi or the preseason that it may look slower, that we may not look good because he wants to make sure that they understand the core concept of when you get there, spray. Who's supposed to be there? You going to the threes, run to the threes first. So you're saying that established part of what they're trying to get, that those are the first things that should come without thinking, so you don't have to call plays, so they don't have to guess for defense. I definitely like that too. That was something, as you pointed out, that I thought that was really good. I mean, the fact that they can do it thinking without thinking, just run into the plays, and if you see something, if someone's already at the three, give it to the person at the three. So I
and
did
if
like
it's
that.
not there, move to the next one. I done said something like that when we were in the playoffs, right? Because
Yeah.
I remember saying, "Yo, if you don't have option A, go to option B. If you don't have option B, go to option C." Now we have those options, and now it's gonna be second nature. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, is this if this is here, go. If this is not here, go there. You get what I'm saying? And yes, Keith, Yes, post Tibbs stress disorder. This is what I'm going through. I done dealt with this man for 5 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I just and every single time I kept asking,
Emotion
like,
or
yo,
damaged.
you know what I'm saying? But whatever, whatever. It's beside the fact. Like, I don't want to beat a dead horse. The point of this live is for us to get to know, or not get to know, to understand a little bit better Mike Brown and his concepts and his ideas. And he's already winning me over. Like, with the stuff that he's saying, it just resonates with me. Because last year, way too many times we were predictable. Way too many times we walked the ball up. We could be down 20, 30, 40. What are we doing walking the ball up and starting the offense with 10 seconds left? You have
Let,
to have urgency. Let's
let,
go. Get the ball
let's
up. Do something. If it works, great. You have more time in the clock to continue chipping away. And
so
and
let,
and that I'm just saying, based off of his words yesterday and today, he's winning me over, and I like him.
so let me ask you a question because his style of offense, which maybe some people are catching, they're not catching, is going to be something that what we're going to be doing, looking for. So there's a lot of what it sounds, a lot of stuff that's really good for us. However, this team running to the paint, spraying the ball, moving on, running without the ball is a completely different concept to what made Jalen Brunson. So Jalen Brunson, MVP Brunson, 61 point Brunson, Captain Clutch, all these things are different of how he plays. And he did say he's willing to learn, adapt, fit to the system, do what's right, whatever it's going to take to win. Do you think this is going to help? Like you did bring up Stephen Curry. But do you think this is something that's going to elevate his game, add another wrinkle to his game that benefits him because he's not going to be touching the ball as much? He's not going to be double teamed as much through his movement, catch and shoot. How do you think this is going to affect Brunson's adjusting his game? Is it going to be a net positive where you still see Brunson at that level that we have? What are your thoughts on the change or the effects that it's going to have on Brunson's game?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. So, honestly, I believe, based off of his past, having played with a ball dominant big like Luca, I believe he already has it in his DNA to be able to take a step back and still be the clutch player that we know and still get things done. Now, um, his stats might take a little dip. That's okay. We don't need him to hit 25 points, 30 points a game. If he could give me 20 and 10, I'm over the moon with that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he might take a little dip in the scoring points, but if everybody is getting involved and we're winning, I don't really care if he scores 20, 25, 30 points. As long as we're winning, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna feel the same way because he's a winner. He wants to win. And he's gonna do whatever it takes to win. So in my opinion, yeah, you might, like I said, the points per game might dip a little, but the overall quality is gonna skyrocket. And uh something tells me that Brunson is not that ego type. Like, oh,
No,
I
he's
gotta,
definitely not.
nah. Something tells me that he's not the I gotta get mine and then everybody can get theirs. Like, oh, I gotta score 25. Like, no shade, no shade. He's my one of my favorite players of all time. But Melo was kind of like, yo, give me the rock, let me go to work.
You
You know
said
what I'm
it.
saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? He was a little kind of selfish sometimes.
I need my
Again, I say
points.
that I say that with all the respect because that's my guy. I love Melo. You know, and I hope you know what I'm saying, that everything is great with him and everything. But he was a little like, you know what I'm
He
saying?
he already hit the Hall of Fame. He's good. He's Gucci. He got the jacket. We could talk all
Hey
the
yo,
crap
Melo,
about him
I,
he
I say
wants.
I say that with all the love in the world, bro. You
Hey,
already know you're
salute
one
to
of my
Chris
favorites.
Connors. Chris Connor says fast pace is what it sounds like. Yeah, it would be interesting to see if Brunson can make that adjustment. Listen, that's something that it's definitely going to be interesting to see. And I think he can. Just like you said, he's a high character person. He's got high morals. He's got great work ethic. So it's someone I don't think it's going to be too much an adjustment. And even Steph Curry. Steph Curry, when he came in, he was that dude. Always been that dude. His ankle injuries he was having until they came up with this type of formula to move
And
off the ball, right?
when KD went over, he willingly took a step back to let KD shine. So I think I think Brunson is cut from the same cloth, bro. He just wants to win, and I'm behind him 100%.
And even with that, you don't see Steph Curry's numbers drop. If anything, he's more lethal, especially with
Yeah.
his shooting. That's going to diversify Jalen Brunson's game and elevate it. But even so, even with that, you still saw Brown say towards the end of the game, we're going to need Brunson. Brunson's going to have to be Brunson because when it comes to playoff, you still need ISO. You need someone who can do the ISO. You need someone who can get you them buckets. So he won't be too far from his game. But for the majority of the game, it'll be free flowing. But when you need a bucket, give me the motherfucking rock. His inner mellow is gonna be like, fuck out of here, fuck out of here,
Yo, swinging them elbows, right?
elbows high, elbows high. So
Yeah.
and it's interesting. So you got your main captain, your main player, who's probably going to be affected, has to adjust his game. So if you got your best player willing to adjust and handle the game, you know what I'm saying, and adjust to the game. So everybody else is going to be like, damn, if our best player is doing it, then I gotta play my role and do whatever it takes to fit in to win. You also got Cat, who Cat is probably the most versatile big in the history of NBA. You're gonna have him that he said he's gonna be in the corners, the paint outside from half court. We're gonna have him as an assistant coach. He's gonna be like he said the four's gonna be.
What the fuck?
He said he's gonna
He
have
go,
Cat everywhere.
he gonna pull out the playbook. Like, yo,
He's gonna be doing the
right
timeouts. All right, guys, listen. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. So he
you
said
a
he's gonna have the.
clown, bro.
He said he's gonna have them everywhere, right? He said he's gonna be all over the place. Does that also affects Cat? Now for Cat being you saw he was almost one dimensional last year. Just stay outside, stretch five, and even with that, he's had his best numbers he's had in his whole career. 30 and 14 averaging for over 20, 30 games almost. So stats, and then on top of that, you're gonna put him in a system where you don't know where he's gonna be, and he can hit you with anything. He can hit you with the half court shot, the hook shot. He can hit you with the fake. He can shoot behind the
A
basket.
fadeaway.
Apparently, he can hit behind the basket. Just anything with Tobias Harris. Just put Tobias Harris on him, and he's hitting everything. Just wave with Tobias Harris jersey in front of him. He's hitting it. It doesn't matter. How do you think that impacts Cat? Do you think he gives that same type of a performance he had last year, the 30 and 14s? Or do you think
So
it frees him up a little more easier where he doesn't have too much impact physically?
that's another one that might get, what I'm saying, neutered a little bit. His stats might take a little dip. But I believe it puts him in his natural position. Again, he could call himself a center all he wants, but I believe he's a power forward. And in my opinion, you put him at power forward, nobody's gonna be able to guard him. He's gonna be too fast for the strong ones, too strong for the fast ones. Same thing at center, but you're gonna, you know what I'm saying, take a little hit offensively with Cat at the four. Now, one of the things I was screaming last year is the Timberwolves showed us the game plan. When they got Rudy Gobert, they made it to the Western Conference Finals. That's not a coincidence, and I don't believe in coincidence. So they gave us the blueprint. Now we just gotta implement it and go. You can take Gobert out, slot Mitchell Robinson in, and they're the same players, rim runners, defensive beasts, and tall, lanky. You know what I'm saying? Like I said it, and I'm gonna continue saying it. They gave us the game plan. We just gotta adapt it. And it sounds like, at least initially, it sounds like he's gonna go that way. Which again is my humble opinion that he's gonna do that, but I believe that's for the better of the team. Because even though I love Deuce and Josh Hart and all them boys, and you can't take, no pun intended, Hart the heart and soul of the team out. You know what I'm saying? With Josh Hart, I believe they're both better suited coming off the bench. Deuce is a scoring threat. Josh Hart is not. So you pair those two. I don't mean okay.
Not
A
not a
shooting
shooter.
threat. A shooting
Okay,
threat.
okay, all right.
Deuce is a
I,
better
I
shooting
almost got
threat.
offended.
I'm
Okay,
sorry, I misspoke. But
the
you know what I
Democrat
mean.
almost came out of me. I'm just kidding.
So you
I'm
you know you
offended.
you could
Just
play a
kidding.
nice little two-man game with them. You know what I'm saying? And then you incorporate the lethal microwave scorer in JC, along with all the other guys that we got. And you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We could go 10 or even more, 12, 13 deep. Depending if we get Brogdon and Shamit. But I believe again, everybody slots back into their natural positions if you insert Mitch in the starting lineup. And then he's gonna have to figure out a nice little juggling game because me personally, I don't want Mitch playing more than 20-25 minutes.
That's what I'm
So you
thinking. That's what I'm thinking. He'll maybe play the first five, and then you're gonna see start switching where
Yeah,
he's gonna be.
which is fine, because we got players that we can put there. You slot in Yabu and you can slot Cat at the center. And then if you want to do that, or you can do small ball and do like Yabu and you know what I'm saying, maybe JC and other guards. I don't know. I don't know his concepts yet, so I can't really speak on it. But
I,
you have multiple different options.
I'll get to that, Chris Connors. I like that question on there as well. So now I'm kind of working my way through the what we typically know as starters, how we're looking at from what Mike Brown has said the system's going to be, how it impacts these players. We got an idea of how it's going to affect Jalen Brunson and Cat initially to take their numbers, which I think later on, as this starts progressing, you're going to see that their numbers actually get better later in the year. In the beginning, it's going to be a transition, it's going to be an adjustment, but the main people that I think that are going to improve with this system is your boy Five Picks. Your boy Five Picks, aka
25.
it's Mikal Bridges. Between him and OG, I think are going to really benefit because they're probably our best corner three shooters. Not only defenders, they can run. Mikal Bridges is a quick run into the paint, runs out there, so I think they're gonna benefit. Mikal just got his contract. He feels at ease. He doesn't have two shots screaming at him on the TV saying he wasn't worth.
Listen, clean slate. Everybody's
Rep your.
back. Everybody's back at the start of the race. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a clean slate, and he won me over a little bit too. I'm not gonna lie. When he
Uh,
said you,
uh,
when he said, listen, New York fans are passionate, yada yada, and they coming from a place where they want to win, and I want to win. And when he said that, he made it sound like he didn't take it personal, which is not personal. Like, yeah, we might joke, and I may say, oh, I can't call him his name. He's pigs. He's 25. This or that. But at the end of the day, we're both in alignment. He wants to win. I want them to win, and he won me over when he flat out said that he didn't take it personal. Like that. That says a lot. When you can take a punch to the chin and then be like, all right, my bad, we got this. You know what I'm saying? And then go to war. Like, you ever had that one friend you growing up, you fight him, boom, 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 and then the next day y'all make up and shit, and then y'all boys for life.
like
That's
what you
kind
did
of
this weekend, like what you did this weekend. But we'll talk about that
no,
another.
no, we don't air out dirty laundry, bro. Come on, bro. We
I'm
don't do
glad.
that.
I'm glad. It's all love, though. You're always my guy. Always my guy. Let's
But
get
yeah, that's kind of how I felt. You know what I'm saying? Like we duked it out, boo boo boo, and now we boys for life. I'm gonna ride with you. You're gonna ride with me, and we're gonna get this done.
No, I mean he's. I think he's in. I mean you can almost see that new energy in him. I'm like even you look at the training camp video. She was the first dude. The whole team was following him. He was the first one sprinting out there. I think he's gonna flourish. And this offense benefits him. You know what I mean? Like last year we were doing so good, but everybody's like, all right, you go, then me, then I go, then you go, then you give me the ball, and then like last 2 seconds I can try to do something. Like this offense is not predicated on that at all. This is like, yo, whoever's open, give it to him, and move that rock. So you can see everyone's going to get a touch, everyone's going to get a shot. OG doesn't have to wait and see. All right, Cat touched it, then Jalen Brunson, then make them Cal Bridges. Josh is dribbling it out. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I wait. Oh, now it's my turn. Actually, you know what I mean? Like it ain't gonna be none of that. So I think him and OG are really gonna thrive. They're the ones that are probably gonna benefit the most. There's a lot of slashing with his offense too. So not just there's a lot of double screens, high pick screens. So the Prince is a lot of movement. There's a lot of cutting. So you're gonna see a lot of cutting between him and Mikal Bridges and the rim running. If Mitch is in this offense as a starter or when he does play, rim running is key. So you're gonna see we should be able to see a lot of Mitchell Robinson
Lob,
this year.
see? You
Mitchell
took the words
Robinson.
right out of my mouth.
Yeah, we should see a lot of Mitchell Robinson this year. So he should be able, he should play a little more free, a little more happy because it gives him an opportunity to get a, touches and not do what he was saying last year. I'm just out there getting exercise. You know what I mean? It's going to give him extra motivation to play. You know what I mean? And to move. And maybe he's at the top of the key trying to find someone to pass the ball. You know what I mean? If he's at the top of that key, maybe he gets a chance to touch the rock and move it and find and make a play. So it's going to be interesting to see on there. So I think OG and Mikal Bridges are going to ball out. So I think they're going to do really well. Uh, do you think this, what we're talking about so far? So do you think you got Josh Hart? Salute to Josh Hart, the Hart that he hurt his finger, re-injured it, trying to get back
Man,
in,
that looked
again.
gnarly, bro.
That finger looks
That look,
suspect. It looks fake.
yo, like it looked like that. Can you,
And
can
I
you?
had one like that. So these are my fingers, the same one. I
Oh
used to.
yeah, you got the same one. That's crazy.
I had that. Long story short, but
If
that's
you
right.
play ball, at some point you're gonna jam your finger. I jammed my shit and I popped it right back and I kept it pushing. Like I'm like whatever. Like you can see the difference. Like you know what I'm saying.
So that being said, even without the ring, the finger being messed up, Josh Hart seems motivated. He said he'll do whatever for the team. I don't. I took it some kind of way that he when he said, and I know he's joking, but that was a joking, not joking type of thing. Like if he's not a starter, he'll ask for a trade. I don't think he would. I think that's Josh Hart, but I think just to let them know, like he probably knows that they're gonna try to maybe shove a, a bench role to him, but he knows his worth. So he was kind of putting that out there to let them know, like, yo, I'm a starter. I'm worth a starter. I'd give it all for the team, but whatever's best of the team to win. Do you think he's the odd man out with this type of game? The pace and space, shooting is what he's looking for, at least for starting. Do you think that he is with the system and odd man out as far as the starters? Doesn't mean that he's not going to get burned. Obviously, he'll get burned because he can contribute in many different ways. But do you think, from what you've heard so far, how it's looking? How do you think Josh Hart's role as a starter? And I know you're saying with Mitch, do you think he still gets 30 heavy minutes? How does that look to you as far as what you're seeing with Josh? Besides the finger, we know the finger can hurt
Mhm.
him this year, and that could play a role into some of his diminishing role a little bit. But how do you see his impact on this game? Does that hurt him? Does that help him? What does that look like to you?
Um, Kind of hard to tell right now. I don't know. I don't know how much he values rebounding and hustle. We're talking about Coach Brown. Uh, Initially, I want to say that it is gonna hurt him. Unfortunately, he might get his feelings hurt. Uh, Initially, the thoughts that run to my head is again going based off of what Coach Brown said. 1 through 4, get to the corners, and that means you got to shoot. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a good shooter. And Josh Hart is a good shooter, but he's not very confident. If he can get his confidence up, like when he first got here 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was, and he was just draining three after three. He was just letting it fly. He didn't care. We need that Josh Hart back. If we could get that one back, then I don't think he has any problems or questions or concerns at all. But if we get last year's Josh Hart, he might be the odd man out.
And I'm gonna throw something that most I don't think anybody thought about, but this is gonna hear me out here. It's gonna sound a little crazy. Josh Hart, besides the finger, salute to him. He is the heart of New York. Salute to him for playing through that in the playoffs, injuring it and the Pacers, getting surgery, and even having that finger and trying to, as he's coming back, trying to get ramp up and get ready for the season. He re-injures it. I've had it. It's uncomfortable. It's not a shooting hand, so that's a good thing. So he can wear a splint. He can do
I
different
think
things.
it was his shooting hand.
It's was it his right hand? Was it shooting hand?
I think it was his right
Okay.
hand.
Nonetheless, I was thinking it based off this team, the format of how he's playing, running shooters. Jordan Clarkson, what would you say his 3 point shooting percentages?
I
High
don't know what it
thirties,
was. I don't know
high
what it was
thirties, low
that
40s.
shit. But yeah, I can confidently say mid 30s.
I'll just say about 30, 36, 37
Yeah,
from
yeah.
threes, right? Uh, Deuce, we know he's close to 40% from three,
40.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Bridges, close to 40, if not at 40 for three, especially from the
I
corner
don't.
three, especially.
I don't
He
remember.
he's up there. I want to say 37, 38, but I know from the corner he's up there.
I know
OG
he
from the
missed a
corner.
lot of threes that shit though.
Yeah, but they were mostly fours, but traditionally career wise from the three, he's close to 40.
Okay, okay, okay.
He's
I hear
close,
you.
give or take. You know, I think obviously last year was a different thing. OG, high 30s, high
High
30s.
30s, 38,
36,
39.
36, 38, somewhere around there. So all that I'm saying is I can see Josh on this system as a backup to Brunson. I can see Josh, listen, as a bench player. So if you got someone based off this system that you want someone running, right? So if he's from the bench, and then you got Jordan Clarkson, you got Deuce, you got Shamit, you got Yabusele, and then so you got these players that they're way better shooters than Josh Hart that can get to the 3 point line, get to the corners faster than Josh, but Josh is extremely elite at running, finding players
Rebounding.
because he's got triple doubles. So he's great at playmaking. He's great at finishing off the glass. So to me, you could put him in a position of a Brunson style, like a point guard to run it because Jordan Clarkson can shoot off the ball. He can play make. Yes, ideally you would want him to do that, but Josh for this system would fit better as someone who can run down the paint with the
So
shooters while they're running. Because you got to respect, Josh Hart can finish off the glass. So if he's running straight line, you have to respect him going to that glass. He can finish with two people, three people, and he
so
can dish and find another shooter.
you're slotting Deuce at the two.
I would like Deuce at two or three. I would as a shooter. Well, two really, because I mean Jordan Clarkson's taller, but he can defend the three. He can easily defend threes, and he's a catch and shoot from from the corners. He's almost elite. He's at 40%. He's probably one of our best 3 point shooters from the corner. Deuces. So you
Yeah,
got
yeah.
him, you got Yabusele that can hit, you got Clarkson, you got Shamit who's elite. So if you got them four running with Josh and Josh at the point, and remember it's fluid, so everybody can be moving either way, but you can maximize Josh running to that paint and finding others, slashing, cutting. He can cut, he can slash. You can have
Okay.
Jordan pushing it up and find him, is where I think he can excel at too. So I think off the
You
bench,
you
you
could
know,
you could talk me into that.
yeah, and I think he would be still in the high 20s, 28 minutes a game, and still make a high impact. So I don't think it's going to be anything where he's not going to make an impact on the team at all. I think he'll be very good, and I agree with Chris Connors. He said Hart is mainly needed for more defensive rebounding. Other than that, well, not at that point. I'm gonna read what you were saying before. So he says Josh doesn't want to lose his spot. Thinks that he won't get surgery done now. He should though. He's saying he should get it now so he can be healed up and ready early for the ending of the season. I agree with that, but I can also understand being a new coach, new system. You don't want to anything can lose your spot and it's hard to get that momentum back. So I think for him, he's like, I'm not gonna miss any of this. I'm gonna be part of it.
Listen,
I'm gonna leave my impression with the coaches.
money talks, bro. He got his first big bag. You know what I'm saying? So he don't want to go back to the 10 mil or 10 mil in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
that
yeah, no,
80 mil, that 80 mil hit different.
yeah, no. I mean, yeah, he got his paper, and on top of that, he don't want to be like some of the vets now. You seeing vets are struggling to get contracts now. Not that he would because he has his offensive bag and his game is different than people who are just shooting. You can see a lot of people struggling to get a bag. You saw Precious, struggling. There's still veterans out there who don't got contract. You got Russell Westbrook who ain't signed. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people who got talent and aren't being picked up like how they used to be. The second apron is a mother. You know what I'm saying? It's a heavy apron. You know what I'm saying? That second apron's made of bricks. It's like a weighted blanket, boys. I can't breathe. It's pressing on my chest. You know what I'm saying? It's making people think differently. So I mean, it's different. So for Josh, I want to see. I think his game impacts in so many different ways. I wouldn't be concerned about it. I don't think he starts. Ideally, initially, playoffs, different matchups is a different thing. So it's fluid. He's gonna play 10 people anyway. So I think you'll see Josh is more flexible in multiple different roles. But I would
He's the Swiss Army knife. He goes everywhere.
Yes, but I think he would, in that suit of what Brunson's doing, I think he would fit good as a backup to when the bench comes, and he would be the guy bringing out the ball. You know what I mean? Because he can
Yeah.
run, he can find players. If someone's all the way to the three before anybody, he's an excellent passer. He's lobbed
Just for
tons.
the love of God, no more jump passes, please. That's all I ask.
I don't think he'll be in the paint that long. You have to get rid of the ball with this offense on there. So you got that there. So I think Deuce. I think Deuce is going to play well. It's going to be interesting to this. So now the next wave. So we got Cat and Brunson out the way. I think OG and Bridges are going to be fine. I think this offense is going to play very well to their game. I think it opens them up, frees them up a little bit, especially OG because Mike Brown's offense does a lot of slashing, a lot of cuts, a lot of double screens, and I'll go into that another video. But it's a lot of movement that and even for the center, if this person's not moving, someone else could cut. They do a lot of fake screens, invisible. I think it's called ghost. It's called ghost screens. So they do a lot of ghost screens there too. So where they're gonna come up like they're gonna set the pick, and then they'll
The
slash
roll.
or they'll cut, and
Yeah.
then they'll roll out. So you're gonna see a lot of that with either Mitch. You'll see that with OG, where OG's gonna come to the pick, roll out, and then he's laying it up. Same thing with Josh. There'll be a double pick. One of them's gonna be a ghost screen. One's gonna be a roller. One will come off the top. So there's a lot of different nuances into his style of play that makes it easy, and that's what you're talking about, where the person's gonna have an idea who to go to. If this isn't gonna work, you got this guy cutting. If he doesn't go around the screen, I got the 3 point shooter. 3 point doesn't do it, I got the rim runner. So it's gonna be a lot of intellectual ball, and everybody's gonna get a piece of it. So I think that's where Bridges and OG are gonna excel on this. How Yabusele is gonna be another Josh Hart, that he's going to be used as a center, forward. You know, he's going to be used everywhere. But I think this was also going to lend out to Pac-Man, Pac-Home Daddy. Him and McCullard, you know what I'm saying? I
I
can see
don't.
them fighting. I can
I
see
don't.
Pac.
I don't see. I don't see them getting minutes, bro.
Pack, I can see it. I can't see Mike. Pack is a Mike Brown type of player. Like when they drafted Murray, who's a shooter, lanky. He likes wings. So I got a feeling with Pack on Daddy A. And
I don't.
I'm not saying he's getting 30. I'm not saying he's getting 30, but I can see he can get a good steady 5 6 minutes. He's a good shooter. He's a good
I
shooter from
don't.
the wings. There's
I
plays
don't even
to it.
see that, brother. Like where you
Hey,
when
you Island.
you gotta
He's
you gotta you gotta find if all right. Let's go with the assumption that they're gonna keep Shamit and Brogdon.
mhm.
Where you gonna put them, bro? Where you gonna put them?
You put him out of
Unless
weight. He can run. He can shoot a three. He can
well,
slash.
so who you gonna replace him with?
You don't have to
Or
replace him. Remember, this is just minutes.
you
This is
have you're
matchups.
gonna you have to slot him somewhere. So you got Hart at the point, Deuce
Hmm.
at the two, Brogdon or Shamit or both, Yabu, Hook. Like what? Where are you gonna
Uh,
put him?
Look, Pac-Man is gonna be off night. You know what I mean? Whoever's having an off night, Pac and McCullough are gonna be stepping in. That they're gonna be the off night dudes. So if Brogdon doesn't have it that night, if you got Shamit doesn't have it that night, you're gonna see these dudes get inserted. Let me see what you got. I guarantee it. You can mark it down on the calendar. They're gonna be whoever's having an off night, whoever's for some reason ain't flowing. Pac-Man's gonna come in and he's gonna take advantage of it. He's 6'9". He can shoot. He's a wing. You've seen him in the games that he's
I
played.
like
He's a good
yeah,
slasher.
I
He's
like
got
his game.
post game. He's got defense. He's got good footwork. You see him in the running. So I think him and McCullough could definitely, they'll be put me in the game coach. You know what I'm saying? That's who I see them in. Put me in the game coach. Somebody's having an off night. They're gonna be your fillers. That's how you're gonna see them in there. That's how they'll get their minutes here and there. And I think Pack will definitely take advantage of that. McCullough is also gonna do really good. So that's gonna be interesting to see. Um, Let me see. Anybody else?
Connor says OG Bridges, then Yabu, Pac Man is sticking to the traditional wing forward subbing for each other.
That's if he's sticking to traditional rotation. But
Oh,
if you
Keith,
heard,
I'm sorry, I didn't even see that. Brogdon will get JB bench minutes.
yep,
See, I'm saying.
it,
So,
it could,
so, so then,
it,
so then,
it
okay. So
could
then,
if
in that
healthy.
scenario, we gotta slot Josh Hart somewhere else.
No,
It's just we got too many
which is a good
pieces.
thing. It's a good thing to have. But that's what I'm saying. The way this system plays, Brogdon will be good for sporadic games and sporadic minutes. He can't do it consistently. Josh
We're
Hart
not
can do
asking
it,
him to do it consistently. We're just
but
asking him to. We're just
in
asking
this
him to play 5-10 minutes.
in 10 minutes, Josh is gonna get 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and
I'm
maybe a
not. I'm
block.
not denying that. I'm not
I'm
denying
saying in
that.
comparison to Brogdon. In comparison to
Of
Brogdon.
course, I'm
Now,
not denying it. You know
that's
what
a
I'm saying? There's a
and
reason why he's one of my favorite players.
but
But
that's why, and even with this, and even with what they're saying, and I agree with you guys. You guys aren't wrong either.
yeah,
That's why it's
champagne problems for real.
but that's on top of that. This is where matchups will come into play. When we play a Denver team or a young team, we're looking for
Okay,
speed. You know what I
okay,
mean? So
okay.
that's where the 10 deep comes into play. You know what? Yeah, this guy got was it Bones Jones? Bones Jones out here playing wilding out. Yo, pack up. We need some young legs out there. Lock this boy
Oh,
down.
Highland,
You know,
Bones Highland.
yeah,
I got
high
you.
Bones Highland. You got a young kid going off. Yo, pack up. I need you to put some of that young energy and pack slow him the fuck down. You got KPJ in Brooklyn trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? Do something like that. You got another team, like Miami Heat that got that little midget off night as their point guard. Yo, Brogdon, come in to school the rookie, schooling the young cats.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Off
I got
night.
you. I got you.
You know what I mean? So at that point is where you would play matchups. And you got to remember, Mike Brown comes from the West Coast. So he sees a lot of different rotations. He knows a lot of the West. He knows what Steve Kerr likes doing. He knows the switches. You got LeBron. You're gonna probably need some big players out there. You probably can't have too many deuces out there against KD. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta match up a player to
Mix and
with the
match. I
skill
hear you.
level.
I hear you.
So
That's a
you'll
good
see that
point. That's a good point.
so you're gonna see that in spurts. Primarily, you're gonna have the same main players for the most part, but if you got an old team like the Lakers, you're gonna have a Josh out there more than Brogdon. They can't run after Josh. You have to run after the bunny. Josh doesn't start. He's a greyhound. You know what I mean? He's not gonna stop. We have to trip him literally for him to stop. He's gonna keep running. He's gonna run to the back. He's gonna come out halftime running. He's just, say he just doesn't stop. So that type of team, like when you got older teams, you're gonna put Josh and go to it, brother. You know what I mean? You got young teams like Charlotte. All right, Brogdon, go school Lamelo. Make him play defense. You know what I mean? Like it'll be different matchups on that.
Yo,
Yeah,
Connors is going in, boy. Yo, he
yeah,
says, yeah, it really comes down to the matchups and the performance. If Bridges having an off night, no need to still keep him in long like Dictator Tibbs would do. Yeah,
yeah. Boy, I see you. I see you like that. I say you
I
love that
love it. I
comment.
love it. Hey, yo, Connors, keep him coming, brother. I
Yeah,
feel you.
Key. Look, boy, Tips can't even enjoy his vacation. He trying to enjoy his 40 mils. He's just
Oh,
here. He's just
wait,
hearing gunshots.
yo, where he went? He's on vacation?
He won $40 million. He's fired with 40 million. That's a vacation for at least 2 years. He chilling. He got 40
Keith
mil.
Williamson, the
No,
moderator?
not Keith Walker. We're talking about Tibbs. I said Keith said that Tibbs is catching strays, and then I said Tibbs
Oh,
Tibbs can't even vacation. He's catching strays on vacation. You guys just light
I
him
got
up.
you. I thought you said Keith was on vacation. I'm like, what you talking
Listen,
about? Yo, where we at, brother?
If Keith got 40 mil, listen, we're accepting all super chats. I don't normally do it, but if you're a millionaire, we might
Hey,
accept
hey,
a couple of chats.
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
I need a couple things. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hey, listen, Keith Watkins got grandbabies, boy. They in line first. Trust,
Nice,
Grandpa.
nice.
Let me get that. Let me get that. So I'm
Nice.
excited,
Yeah.
man. I thought it was really exciting, really good to see. I'm excited for this new coach, this new playing style. I'm eager to see how it's gonna be. We got coming up. We're gonna have a couple of practices, but October 2nd and October 4th, we got Abu Dhabi. So that's where
Yeah.
we're gonna be playing in Abu Dhabi. That's where the new spear is gonna be from James Dolan out there. We're playing Philly, so I don't expect anything too crazy. So you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, Keith said he got 10 of them, boy. You
You
got
got
hey.
10. God damn.
Hey,
Yo,
listen,
you got
Keith,
two basketball squads. That's
listen.
crazy.
If Keith won millions and he got 10 grandbabies, you went from a millionaire to a thousandaire.
A thousand there. Maybe hundred there.
Maybe a 20-year.
Yo.
Them kids collected. They be like, Grandpa, I need this bike and this e-bikes now. It ain't no what
Ah,
Kmart, Walmart.
that's a good
Is the
question,
game
Connors.
is the
He
game gonna
said,
be
is it going to be
televised?
televised? Yeah, I don't know.
Probably if you got MSG or the Yes Network, it's probably gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be on the Peacock. That's what we were talking about the last
Oh,
show
that's
of
right. I forgot. It's that weird. You know what I'm saying? You got
the
to have like a
Peacock.
thousand
Maybe it's
subscriptions.
Peacock. If it's not, it's NBC. If it's not NBC,
Ah,
it's ESPN. If it's not
listen, listen,
ESPN, it's
listen. Connors, this is all allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But there's a couple places.
and shit. And
You know what I'm
listen,
saying?
listen. We're trying to stay on YouTube anyway. Don't listen to him. Listen,
I'm just
we're
saying.
gonna
I'm just saying. There's a
listen.
couple places. You know,
Listen, we're
there's
gonna
some
have Sarah McLachlan playing.
alternatives.
Can you help this YouTube
Alleged.
channel
This is all
for 30
allegedly. You know what
cents
I'm
a
saying?
day?
I don't
Anyway,
know. I don't know.
hopefully it's on MSG or the Yes Network. So we don't have Sarah McLachlan sing us a little song to for 30
I
cents a
got
day. You
the.
too can
I
help
like
this YouTube.
the Gotham Sports app. That's pretty dope. They actually throughout the year they actually corrected a lot of their bugs and problems and stuff. So
That, that
you might want to check there also.
that's because they were showing some of the Mets content and that kind of got them
Oh
bugged
my
out.
God, brother, brother man, brother man, brother
Let's
man.
go. You know what it is? I'm sorry.
You
We
a
used to be.
bandwagon. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
Listen,
You a bandwagon.
listen.
I don't
Well,
want
I'll
to
be
hear.
out. I'm on the bandwagon outside of that playoffs. You know what I'm talking about?
Man,
Mhm.
your words mean nothing to me. You a bandwagon. You can't even name me three players besides Stanton and Judge in the Yankees right now, brother. Don't talk to me about baseball.
First of all, Stanton. Okay. Then Judge
I just said not them.
and the manager. I forgot his name, but all
Oh, you didn't even know the manager's name. Oh my
I'm trying.
God.
Listen. It doesn't matter what you think. Doesn't matter. I'm just kidding.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. Hey, salute to the Yankees who clinched the playoffs. I'm excited about this Knicks team. I'm stoked. I'm stoked. I can't wait to see how they play the rotations. I'm eager looking at it. I'm downloading it again. It was trash when it came out.
Keith, brother
Hey,
man. I'm right
left.
there with you, bro.
We had to give it.
You have no idea how many times I was cursing at the ceiling, wishing that this app would work. Yo, it took like half a year for them to fix everything.
You too.
But you know what I'm saying?
Plug them in. I mean, now you got them. I still see this could be you. This could,
Oh yeah. I mean, no, we can't. We can't, right? Or can
we
we?
can play. Can they plug us? You want to be our sponsor? Anyway.
This could
Hey,
be
salute
you
to
right here. Ad.
Hey, you know we gotta go left, Keith. You know what it is. Salute to everybody who's been in the chat. Just Nix, Yasuri Martinez, Gene Hans, Keith Watkins, of course, over and over. You get said and repeat. Nostalgic Nick, salute to you, my guy. Johnny Harris, appreciate you, my brother, always in the building. Uh, forget the heat. Heat's
Keith,
trash anyway.
Keith, for real, dog. I feel you.
Chris Connors, appreciate you for giving us feedback here. Love all you guys here. Daniel Berry Sports, who's always in the building, who's always the first one in the chat. We see you. We ain't forget you. And if you watching us, you better hit a like and subscribe. We got dope content that you don't hear before. There ain't too many people to catch it, so it's up to you guys to spread the word. Spread it like COVID. Should I say
No. We can't say that.
that?
We can't say that. Spread it like like Lovid.
Spread it like
Spread it like that thing that came from
Hey,
China. You know what I'm talking
hey,
about?
spread it like someone who sneezes
Allegedly.
like and who can't cover their mouth at Chipotle. Spread it like them. Hot. Spread the word. Hey, if there's something you liked about it, something funny, something stupid, screenshot it, share it on your platform, tag them, let them know. They know us without you guys. We appreciate you guys. You know we go left. We do content very differently. We try to give you guys some educated. Like we write notes and things like that. No, we don't. we just talk and have fun. But if you have fun, if you got a little bit of a laugh, if you're happy throwing Tibbs strays, he's catching strays from two shots. I mean, Tibbs trying to vacation and two shots is like he's trying to die and two shots is coming right back with the
Nah.
defibrillator. I need you
I'm
here, bro.
you know what I'm saying? Yo, you remember that scene in The Matrix when they were in the helicopter and Neo's just letting them rounds go in the building?
Mhm.
Ta, ta, ta,
That's
ta, ta,
me.
ta, 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 and you just see the bullets just fall.
That's how Tibbs you get Tibbs getting it. Salute to Keith Watkins and all your grandbabies. We love them. Appreciate you guys. Listen, we here Fridays, Sundays, 5 a.m. to at 5 p.m. to whatever time. We're doing What's
Allegedly.
Up Wednesday. This is What's Up Wednesdays. We got the other brothers who are working. Salute to New Knicks, who's out there grinding. He's doing video. He's doing video production, movie production. He's on his entertainment. You know what I'm saying? We do, music and things. Salute to him. He's doing his things out there. Salute to him. Salute to you guys. It's you. All right. We appreciate you guys. Salute to Machete, who's out there grinding, working.
Machetazo.
Much appreciate the whole salute to M Special, who's always working hard. We appreciate all you guys. You know what I mean? It ain't no
The
us
special
without
in the
you.
building.
Appreciate you guys. Check us out. Share the content. We're gonna be trying to come on every Wednesday now. So what's that Wednesday? We're gonna try to make it a thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? But we appreciate you guys. But we are out of here. Two shots. Final thoughts for you, sir. Any thoughts?
Yeah.
Final thoughts.
Nah, man, I'm just excited for the season to start. And please, nobody get injured. Everybody get through the preseason healthy. And fuck tips. Let's get this.
God damn, boy, bro. My man's just drinking his little mimosa over there. Damn, he's just trying to chill with his 40 mil.
Call
And
me
you
Keanu Reeves, baby.
yeah, he just lighting them up. Hey, salute to Tibbs out there. Salute to Campaign. Hopefully you land the play. Salute to Campaign out there. Salute to Precious, even though you went to the enemy. I'm glad you get us some burn time. Unfortunate with the heat. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you guys. Love this team. I like where Mike Brown's going. I need him to stay the course, stay rigid, stay firm. Make sure we get these guys playing. Pause. That's a pause.
Pause.
That's a pause. That's a pause out there. Definitely a pause. Salute to the captain. Staying focused, adapting this game. Salute to everybody. Let's get it. Can't wait for Abu Dhabi. We'll see you guys Friday, Sunday. We'll see. We got a little something to talk about. We'll check you guys. Peace out. Appreciate you guys. You heard? We out of here. You're